Hello friends, I hope you're all doing well. In this week's video, we'll cover the topics art galleries, group art exhibits, a little bit about this particular painting, and whatever else comes up. Get into the conversation by commenting with your experiences down below, or feel free to ask questions. I'm here to help in any way I can, and I can also learn so much from you, so don't be stingy. I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time now, and I put it off, and eventually the whole world as we know it has imploded. So procrastination sucks. Hopefully you'll still find this interesting, and it might even help you out in the future, whether you're an art aficionado, art fan, or visual artist yourself. So I am a multimedia painter, meaning that I work in many types of paint: acrylic, oil, watercolor, gouache, and even digital. My comfort zone is in the traditional arts though, and I've had the opportunity to display my art for public viewing many times. And I think it's almost always been traditional art as far as gallery shows. A group art show or exhibit is when a bunch of different artists create work, usually under a specific theme for showing to the public. Last year, the summer of 2019, which feels more like a decade ago, a couple of super talented artist friends of mine organized a few of these, and I was lucky enough to get to participate. If you ever get a chance to go to these type of exhibits or even participate in one if you are an artist yourself, I would highly recommend it. They're so fun and inspiring. You can see so many wonderful and diverse styles all in one go. I have made a lot of friends this way and reconnected with old friends. You meet a ton of interesting people, and if you're lucky, you also get to make some money by creating some sales. It's also a great way to network and show support for other fellow artists and fill up your artistic well. It might be a while before most of us have the opportunity to do something like this in the flesh, but a lot of galleries and art associations are trying to keep art alive with virtual exhibits or exhibits that follow certain guidelines. So if you can support it, please do. Some people think that support is just money based and you have to buy something from an artist to support them. Well, yes, that is nice and it helps them feed themselves and live, but if you don't have that kind of cheddar, you might think there's nothing you can do. Let me tell you, that's absolutely not true. Support comes in so many helpful forms. Comments, likes, tags, shares are all ways you can support indie artists without having to spend a dime. And if you've ever appreciated a compliment given to you, then you know how meaningful and day-brightening a kind word can be. So don't be shy and let that artist know that you dig their stuff. It might be what they need to just keep going. This piece was created for an exhibit that was put on in conjunction with a classic film festival that is put on yearly in my hometown. Our theme this particular year was films about space exploration. The artists were asked to make artwork inspired by any film within this theme, and I immediately thought of the 1902 film A Trip to the Moon by Georges Méliès. This film was historic and helped pioneer cinematography, and it was really interesting. The fantastical story and creative special effects were totally new for the time, and even now it's still really cute and clever, I think. The film was an international success as well, and it was even massively pirated at the time. Now I'm about to show my age here, but way back when I was in middle school, a band that I loved made a music video that was heavily inspired by this 1902 film for their song Tonight Tonight. Yep, that's right, the Smashing Pumpkins. I was totally smitten. I didn't even know the original film at that point, but I absolutely loved the music video. The video is a spectacular homage to the original film. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should check that out, immediately after you finish this video. I'll post links to the original film and to the music video if I can find them down in the description for you, so yeah. Do yourself that favor. Click those links. Anyways, I created two paintings to show at this exhibit. The original Man in the Moon painting is no longer available, and I will miss him forever, but I do have a few stickers and buttons left up of him up in my shop. And real quick, this is the other painting that I created for this exhibit, which is still available, and that is also in my shop. So again, if you want to support an artist, and you can, hint hint, please check out my website at ashtonkaylee.com. I love the imagery of this movie and the music video so much, and I still find it very inspiring. I would really like to revisit these ideas and make some new art. I've kind of been focusing on leveling up my digital work, so I've been kind kind of practicing and trying to figure out new ways to incorporate more digital into my traditional work. Lately, I've been working out ideas a bit more thoroughly in Procreate or even Photoshop before I translate them to Canvas. Kind of slows down my process, but I find the end result to be much better. I mean, that's kind of obvious. The more you think something through and work out the details, of course you're going to end up with a better product. But stupid me didn't always do this in the past and just got really excited about the whole painting process that I just wanted to get in there and do that. And that can lead to some poor artistic choices. And I'm trying to actually erase some of that embarrassing art history from the internet. I recently got back on DeviantArt. Well, I never really left. My account was always there, but I kind of abandoned it. I hadn't been around in a really long time, so I went back recently and noticed that they had kind of revamped everything. I don't know how much people still go or if it's even worth being there, but I did notice I had a lot of really bad old art up, and that just really was embarrassing, cringeworthy, and it had to come down immediately. I may do an old art video again. I did share some old art videos before with old sketchbooks, and you can see that link up to the right here. But I think some of these other images that I pulled off of DeviantArt are, as embarrassing as they are, probably worth sharing so you can see my growth as an artist and hopefully learn from my mistakes. But yeah, so I have been doing more digital art lately, and if you want to check out any of that, that is always visible on either my website or Instagram or Facebook. Again, all links are down below, and if you just go to ashtonkaylee.com, you can find links to everything there as well. As fall approaches, so do a massive amount of art challenges, including, of course, Inktober. And there is a ton of controversy surrounding Inktober and its creator and another artist. So yeah, I'm not going to get into that at all. Wherever you stand on that, I hope it doesn't burst your bubble as far as art challenges go. If you don't want to participate in Inktober, there are lots of other challenges available. A lot of very talented artists do share their own lists, and you can always find community there. I think Inktober is still a wonderful idea, and yeah, if you like art challenges, you should still definitely do one. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one because I like to try every year and ultimately fail at keeping up with it. And I had even considered making up my own challenge because I have some projects I would like to do, and I thought it would be a really good way to get work done on them. But I have so much going on right now, and I don't know if it is feasible. I'll probably do like a light version. And if you're looking for a list to do, off the top of my head, the only one I can think of besides the traditional Inktober list is the one put on by the amazing Mab Graves. She is a wonderful artist, and every year she puts out what she calls Mab's Drawloween Club, and she actually put out 2 lists this time, the full 31, and she made a light list if you want to do only every other day, and I don't know if she did a weekly list too. I'm not really sure. But she has the regular version and a light version, so if you can't commit that much time to doing these pieces daily, that is a wonderful alternative, and it's just really exciting. I love the fall anyways because I'm a huge fan of Halloween, the cooler temperatures, and you throw in some art challenges, and that's so exciting to me. It's great because even if you don't want to participate, your feeds, if you follow various artists, are just lit up with everyone else's excitement, and they're just churning out work like nobody's business, and or like all business actually. It gets pretty serious, and I love it. It's so wonderful, eye candy. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do anyone's list in particular, but I'll definitely be putting out some new pieces at least weekly. They might even become videos, and before that, I do have some new reviews to share with you guys of various products that you might even like to try for these art challenges. If you're going to participate in an art challenge, remember it doesn't have to be ink either. You can choose anything you like, whatever your strength is or whatever medium you want to get better at. Those are great ideas to use those things and make some awesome art. If you are into the ink thing, I'll have a couple videos of some new products I've never reviewed, and my favorite ink supply is still the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. I absolutely love that thing, and it's not very expensive. If you want to see my previous video on that, you can click here in the upper right hand corner to check that out. And that'll about do it for me this week, guys. I have to get to work. I have a couple of commissions I really need to crank out. I'll definitely be sharing those with you as soon as I'm at a point to where I can unveil them. I'm super excited. Lots of cute things going on. I hope you guys are staying safe, happy, and healthy, and be kind to each other. Peace out.